Yo guys, today I will teach you how to make a cool graphic design like this one. The landscape design has been taking over the streetwear scene in the past few years, so it's really important that you guys know how to do it. It's actually pretty simple to make something already pretty cool. So guys, without further ado, let's just get into it. As you can see, we're now in Photoshop. We'll just do the same thing again. We'll open a new file, just a square, easy peasy, and just open it up real quick. Bam. To make a design, we have two options. Either we can start from a picture or from a vector shape. I put a bunch of vector shapes in the asset pack already, which is linked down below, so you can use all those for free if you want. And you can also browse the internet. There are already a ton of assets you can just use for free, so be my guest and just use them. You can also use ChatGPT or other like AI assistant things like Midjourney, for example. It's all possible, but today I'll just show you the two simplest ways. Here, first of all, I've got my image. This image I just downloaded from Google somewhere. It doesn't really matter too much because I'm gonna change it up totally. So first thing we do, which is a really crucial step, is of course this cannot be printed on a t-shirt. And if it was printed, it would not look good. So what we can do is make it black. So we'll just do this real quick. Image, adjustments, threshold. Or in Dutch it's called drempel. Alright, threshold, we'll look at this real quick. Look at this beautiful effect. You can already see the design in there. So I'll just do this real quick. You can just play around with it. I like this vibe actually. It's pretty light, but not too light. Alright, now we can zoom in and we can see I really love those camel details. They're just really nicely done. I don't like these black borders. So what can we do? We can just press the E from erase and erase those real quick. Now we have this part. Of course, you see the white lines which don't look good. So what do? We press the magic wand tool, the wizard tool, and then we can just select this part, the white part. Then you just press delete on your keyboard and bam, we have a beautiful vector shape of this image. So now, as you can see, it's just only the black parts, which is perfect for a screen print. We go in the manufacturing in the next module, and as you can see, screen printing is one of the main ways we print on clothing. So if you do it like this, the screen printers will be very happy and your design won't cost much to make. So this is one way to make a vector shape. Or you can also have a vector shape already, like this one, which I really like. And now we have two different versions of the pyramids. I actually like this one better, but I like the camels. So what can I do? I can just merge them together. I can just select with this tool, select all the camels and just cut them out using Ctrl J again. Hupsakee. There we go. And then we just hide this layer real quick. And then we have the camels from the other design and the pyramids of this design. So I want to actually remove it, make it a little bit different again. So what I do is just press Ctrl J again, bam, and then delete these camels again. So we can make them stand in a different place. Now they are separated from layer. These ones and these ones have a different layer. I actually really like it like this. So I'm just gonna call it a day. This looks really good. And now it's really important that we put some text over it, because putting this on a design, it doesn't really work because your logo isn't on it. It's just too random. So what do? We just press the text box, bam, hit the text. We already have the font downloaded from last video. So if you didn't know how to do that, just watch last video. We just called Academy to make it easy. Okay, this already looks pretty cool because it's both like has the Arabic vibes to them. But it would look even cooler if the Arabic was arched a little bit, that it followed the line of the pyramids. So we're gonna do that real quick. Just select the entire text box, double tapping like this, tap, and you got it selected. Then here, as you can see, is a text effects bar. Bam. There you can select a bunch of effects. My favorite one is the arch. You can also use the arc, it's pretty similar, but the arch I really like most. Here you can play around with the hardness of the arch. Bam, let's get it to this, just a little bit. Of course, you can also use a bunch of different effects, but I'm gonna use this one for today's example. As you can see, this already looks pretty neat, but there's something small that's missing. I think the text and the design are too separated. I want them to be merged a little bit more. So how are we gonna do that? For doing this step, you really have to have a lot of design and knowledge. So what I'm gonna do is just cut out a bit of dust from here, because actually everything is in the details. The details are the most important part of the design. Bam! Because everybody can make this part, but making it smooth requires a lot of skill and effort. So what I did right there was just press Ctrl J, I selected a small part of the pyramid dust. So now I have this dust box selected. Bam! What I want to do is put the dust somewhere on the letters so it has this more vintage vibe to it. Pyramid looks pretty vintage, but the text looks a bit too clean. So what I'm gonna do is just select this, just play around with it. I really like this spot actually, so I'm just gonna do that. Press Ctrl J again so I can copy it. Bam, and I have a smaller version of the dust vibes. I can put it right there. Delete this part real quick. So I already like this a bit more. It's a little bit too random for my liking right here. So what I'm gonna do is warp it a little bit. Press Ctrl T, warp it like this. Bam, I think I like that a little bit more, so it fits the vibe more. And also something cool we can do is copy this part, and then press Ctrl I to put it in negative. As you can see, it's white dust right now. And then we can put the dust over the letters to make them more vintage, like this. All right, where is a good place to put it? Maybe here is a good place. Just make it a little bit smaller. It has to be subtle. That's the most important part. So what we can do is change the background to pure white. Then it will match the color of this. We'll do this color selecting tool and just make the background purely white by pressing the bucket tool. And now we have it purely done white. This part, it's not perfectly white as you can see. So what we'll do is do threshold again. The same thing we used for the picture. And then just do it all the way to the left. So now it's just blending in with the white and you don't even see it. This way we can make sure this part has a vintage vibe. Bam, and we can just play around with it. So now it's just feeling like what looks good, what doesn't look good. You just have to play around. Now it's the fun part. Now it's just playing. Actually, I think that looks pretty cool. But I think this part that I did in the beginning is a little bit too big maybe. So I put it a little bit smaller. Erase this part in the middle. Bam, I already think that looks really cool. Another cool shortcut is Option. On Windows is probably like Command or something. And then you can drag it and you can copy it like this. Pretty easy. Just very subtle. That's the most beautiful part, I think. The subtle, just little tiny things that make your brand design stand out so much. So good. Something else we can add, similar to the different logo we did before. We can open up the previous logo actually, the design one, this one, and we can copy the little stars that I used. So to copy both of them, you just press one of them, press Command, and press the other one here in the layer bar. Press Command C, Control C, and that's Control V to copy them, Control T to select them, and then we can just put them somewhere. Something cool you can also do is double tap or like right mouse tap and then flip them if you want to. I really like to flip them. Bam. And then we have like some cool stars to finish it off. And then I think this design is ready for printing. Bam. As you can see, I made this cool design in like 20 minutes or something, which is like, yeah, really amazing. In the next video, you'll learn how to put the design on a mock-up, so to look a bit like this. This is really the part where your brand turns from idea into physical form. This is like really the cool transition that I love to make in the clothing brand industry. Bam, I really love this design actually. I'm probably gonna use the pyramids for a Buchan design in the future. So guys, if you don't want to miss it, follow my brand on Instagram. It's a little plug right here. And if you made your first design, it's really important that you put it in the chat. So guys, we can review review each other's design. I can give you feedback, others can give you feedback, you can give feedback to others. And of course, don't forget, if you level up, you can earn rewards. So be sure to comment, to engage with other people, and to have some fun while making your design. Alright guys, I hope you learned a lot in this video. I'll teach you in the next video how to make a tech pack. And mark this one as done, and I'll see you in the next one.